nigga know who you figure you are. Hey, I'm slipping, I'm falling, I fell.
Brother Joe, how you doing, King? Please introduce
Good,
yourself to
peace.
the people.
Good, beloved. Peace, man. Peace, people. Peace to
Peace.
the people, man. I was sitting here thinking, right? Imagine being locked up, blind,
Yes, sir.
and my heart start racing fast, man.
Yes, sir.
The places I was at, I was young, man. I mean, I was listening to you, Fred, and I would get around a lot of old timers just to get the wisdom, man, because I might have did some knucklehead shit, but I ain't a knucklehead, My mom
Yes,
ain't
sir.
raised me like that, but
Absolutely.
the streets is different, man. The streets is like you, when I was coming up in the streets, it's like everybody, it was more about getting money. We had a couple kids, run around, do some nonsense, take a life for some nonsense, but we just all wanted to get money, man. That's it. And I did the longest I ever did as a stretch. I did 7 years, right?
Okay.
And but altogether, I did 18 years of my life in the penitentiary, man. That's crazy,
Wow.
yo. When I think about that now, it's crazy. Psychologically, I didn't have the strength that Fred had. You hear what I'm
Mm.
telling you? I didn't have that discipline. I was a, I was a, I was a child wanting to be a man, but I didn't know. I didn't have really nobody to tell me how to be a man.
Mm.
I just emulated things that I seen in the streets. So when I went to prison, when I went to jail, it wasn't like a badge of honor, but it was okay to go up north for a couple years and come home. It was. I would see dudes come see me after doing a bid, but won't go see the kid that just finished doing college.
Mm.
They'll come see me, and I always been a thinker, so I would think about this and be like, yo, something has to be. This is crazy, but
Something's wrong here.
yeah, man, it's crazy. But you know, if you don't have any type of strength mentally, that prison system will break you, man.
So Joe, like I hear you mention mental strength that's needed to survive to make it through the penitentiary. Why would an individual, could you explain to our audience, why does an individual have to have that mental fortitude, right, in order to make it through? What are some things that individuals experience behind there that could break the mental?
I mean, if a lot of people don't really know too much about our history as black people, but we always had it. We always had that mental fortitude, mental strength, because if we didn't, we we wouldn't be here. Uh, we wouldn't. What do they? How do they say that? It would. We we wouldn't evolve to where we at right now.
Mm-hmm.
Um. So like the prison system is designed to break you down in order so you could keep coming back.
Mm.
You gotta keep coming back to them in order to feel like you whole. So if you
Mm.
don't have that strength when you go to, I'm gonna tell you the truth, man.
Talk to me.
Yo, I did three. I caught three crimes. I caught three violent crimes, and it's because that I'm not no knucklehead that I was able to educate myself, get me a lawyer, and not get all that time that brother Fred got.
Mm.
But if you don't have that, if you don't have some type, see, a lot of people skating through that system, they skate through, and I heard Fred say it, and I was one of them young kids. When I come in there, I skated through, I didn't learn nothing. They pushed me back out, and I just came right back to them. I kept
Mm.
coming back, kept coming
Mm.
back. because I ain't have no education. I didn't educate myself. I wasn't looking to do better. I'm looking to come to jail, get big, go home, front for these females, get a couple dollars. If I get locked back up, so what? I'm gonna come home and do it again. And I kept doing that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
Mm-hmm.
mind frame and it's, and you know what's crazy? When you get older and you start thinking about your past and you reflect on it, them crackers is so devious, man. They some real, it's in their nature to be devil.
Mm.
To it's they put these people to be COs, and they'll tell you, we do not like none of you black niggas. You hear me? We will kill
Straight
your
like
ass
that.
in here. Straight like that. I went to Comstock. When I first, you go up north, it's like reception. You passing through there, the transit. It's like 10 police, man. These dudes are so big. These dudes look like they abnormal, man.
Yeah.
And they told us, if you take your hand off that wall, we're gonna kill you, man.
Oh, straight
Or you
jacket.
gonna wish or you gonna wish you was dead.
Mm.
And I never forget that. So if you don't have some type of mental strength, you know what? And when most call me, I say, I gotta do this, man, because I watched that Central Park 5, man. Right?
Yeah.
And they sent them boys up. I remember that. I remember that, man. I remember watching that on the news, and Donald Trump was the main one saying them kids is going to jail, man. Donald Trump was one of them people. They sent that kid up north, and he was only going with his friend, and he got the most time, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to what I'm saying. Could you imagine what they did to that kid, yo? Nobody could knows, but you could look at him and see that shit fucked him up,
It was
man.
a rough ride. Absolutely.
It was rough. Thank God them kids got out of there. Man, it's like a survival tactic. If you don't have no mental strength, you ain't gonna survive in them penitentiaries, man. And I'm not talking about the tough guy shit or none of that. I'm just talking about mentally. When that cell closed at night, man, mm, that's like you by yourself, man. It's like it's just you and your thoughts. If you can't survive the shit that you've done in your life, man, you're not gonna make it in the penitentiaries, man.
So let me ask you a question. Let me backtrack a little bit. You said that experience, I believe it was Comstock with them officers, is something that you'll never forget. Why?
You know what they say, man, and a lot of people will never tell you this, but my name is Pop, man. My name is Joseph. They call me Poppy Dot, man. Listen to me, man. Let me tell you something. The fear of taking your hand off that wall and you knowing all these dudes that came with me, they not gonna help me, man. When these police
Mm.
jump on me, man, and I'm not gonna be able to beat all of them. I might get one. The fear was in my head
Mm.
still to this day, man. Not that I was scared, but it's strength in numbers. It's strength in numbers. You way up here in Comstock. My mama gonna get a whole different story from what they're gonna say, from what happened. They might not find out I'm dead for like 20 something years later.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Them people, you know what, man? And this is what, and it's sad, but I'm starting to see it's getting a little bit better. But we as a people gotta learn how to stick together, even though we don't know each other. I would be in penitentiaries, right? A Spanish dude to come walking in the door. Everybody that's Spanish should run to him. They don't even know him, man. right? Help him, give him whatever he want. Them white people, they stick together, but us as people, we wasn't sticking together like that. Like you know, like the brother Fred said, I seen it, man, and it's sad, man. But I would take it. I would make it my business. If you came in there and I ain't know you, and I went to you, I would. Yo, what you need, brother? What's your name, man? Where you from, man? You this, that, and the third. Get to know you and give you a couple things just to hold you down, man. That's just who I am, man. You know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely. So let me ask you a question. Hold on one
what's
second.
that?
Hold that thought, Joe. Hold that thought. So, well, first off, I heard you say your name is Pop. So let me address you as Pop from now on. Right. So Pop, let me ask you a question.
Yo,
Like,
my real, nah, you good? Yo, listen to me.
talk to me.
You good, Rich? You could call me Joe. You could call me Joe Pop. It don't matter, man. You good?
Alright, say no
All right?
more. Alright, so we're gonna keep it consistent with
All
Joe.
right.
I appreciate that as well. So let me ask you, like, like, this is a reoccurring thing, right? I heard Brother Fred mention the oppression, the physical, the mental oppression, right? Like, we all hear the stories, we know the history, the bodies found under Clinton gym, bodies from years ago. We know brothers that go behind those walls and don't make it back. They get killed. We know the stories. Like, I know the stories personally, right? Police taking you, putting you flat on the steps, handcuffing you and riding you down 20 steps and all that, breaking all the type of bones in your body, right? So we've experienced this, we've seen this. Like, this is a thing. This happens, right? So, like, how do we go about changing this, right? From your perspective, like, how do we?
They gotta start from the root of that, man. You gotta send people in there to investigate it. The officers need to be psychic. You know, they need a psychic evaluation, man. Like the police killing people out in the streets is just a small part of what's really happening. Man. You know what I mean? Like
Absolutely.
we seeing it now because it's exposed and people got camera phones and all that, man. But that shit, man, you gotta go in there. They gotta investigate them people, man.
Mm-hmm.
They gotta investigate every jail, man. You gotta go in there. All the incident reports where inmate wrote up incident reports. You gotta get people. You gotta start taking these people to court too. Like they'll
Absolutely.
take us to court for a violent act, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, take them to court. Get them some time. They gotta
Absolutely.
get. It has to be done. But you know, like they got that system where it's against us. So when you go to a court against an officer, it's like they're gonna smack him on the wrist, take his pension and all that and whatever, and let him walk.
Let him go free. Give him
Nah,
his freedom, though.
yeah, give him some jail time. I bet it'll change.
Uh huh.
Give him 30 days, 90 days. Give him 90 days in the same jail where he was working
Mm-hmm.
at. That'll change it.
No, absolutely.
That'll change all of them, man.
So the
Yeah.
so the thing
But they
about
gotta
it
be
is this, like,
investigated,
you
man.
touched on it, like, and something clicked in my brain, like, and that's why it's so important that we had this show, because you mentioned the police brutality that's now being publicized in the free world out here, right? And mainly because of these camera phones. People are out here seeing these injustices happen, seeing these police officers come around and gun a 12-year-old boy down, Tamir Rice, in a drive-by, right? But the reality is that this is a reflection, right, of a system that was built on racist ideologies, that was built on torturing and murdering black and brown bodies from the inception of this country, right? And the forms of oppression changed, but the oppression remained the same, right? We go from
Yeah.
slavery, Jim Crow, to mass incarceration. And now, because we have these camera phones, we have the ability to see what transpires, the injustices, right? But the thing about it is, behind those walls, there are no camera phones,
No
right?
cameras, man.
The only cameras that they have are the ones that are manipulated and only used to highlight and to show wrongdoing on our part, right?
Yep.
But the wrongdoing, the injustices, the murders, the abuse, the oppression that transpires at the hands of the people that the country, the state puts in charge of running these facilities rarely, if ever, comes to the light, right? So, like, sometimes I wonder, like, is there truly a way that we can go against this machine, right? This machine that has oppressed the people for centuries and centuries, right? Or maybe it's not possible, right? What's your thoughts on that?
It's possible. You just got to
Mm,
get the right people, man. You know, like a lot of anything in the United States is based off currency.
mm-hmm.
And a lot of people,
Talk
this
that.
is why I don't deal with a lot of people, man, because people will let money, people will let money blind them from somebody's real character.
Say that again. Say that again.
People will let money blind them from somebody's real character.
Mm,
And I'm gonna give you an example. Excuse
please,
my language.
please.
You could have somebody with a lot of money and he be a piece of shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
First thing people gonna tell you is that he rich. They could care less about him being a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
He could kill. Yo, it could have been a rich dude. Yo, son over there killed his moms, but he rich. They could care less. They could care less that he killed his moms for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
They'll just look at the fact that he rich. So, it's people that have the currency to empower
Mm-hmm.
a system or organization to go inside the jails and do away with all this violence that these police is doing. But people feel like it's not gonna get them no money to do it, so they're not gonna do it.
Mm.
Yo, look, let me tell you what I used to think, right? Yo, I was in a jail that was double bunked. I think it was 5 Points. I seen a white deer. The deer was white, and I'm looking at this shit like, yo, where am I at, right? And I told one of the COs, I said, yo, one of the deers is white out there. He said, nah, it ain't just one, it's a whole bunch. He said, this place and somewhere else is the only ones that have white deer. I said, God damn. Yo, where am I at, right? But then I'm looking off the balcony, off my balcony and saying, cars is riding by and they don't know what's going on in this jail.
Mm.
And I've been sitting here for 2 years and they don't know what's going on inside this jail and they could care less, man. You get what I'm saying? So if
Absolutely.
if if you don't make a big deal of something, if nobody says nothing about it, it'll never be spoke about. So this podcast, Rich, I'm telling you, when I heard about it, I said, yeah, man, you supposed to been called me. I would have been did that podcast.
Yeah.
What's wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
So it's yo, I ain't I ain't been to jail in like 20 something years, man. I'm proud of that.
Congratulations.
I think I think my last number was a '01 number. I caught my last felony in '01. Yeah, man. And yo, I'm like, and I'm gonna be the first to tell you, psychologically, I was twisted, man, when I came out of that prison system.
Yeah.
I couldn't function in the streets without being high, drunk, or something. I couldn't do it, though. I mean, right now, I don't drink, I don't do none of that shit, man. Only thing I do in this bad is I smoke cigarettes. I gotta stop that, but that prison system is designed, man. I just heard, I listen to battle rap. I love battle rap. I love hip hop. Yo, Loaded Lux said a line, I can't remember it, but he told Homeboy, your father's a fraud, man, because you know, he broadcasting a life that's built to make us survive. I said, oh, make us like we can't survive. I couldn't believe he said it. I said, oh, shit. But what he was saying is that the system is built for us to struggle, babe. This whole system is built. Let me give you, for instance, you get locked up, right? You get educated, you get a trade, try to get a job, and they don't hire felons. How the hell that work? I couldn't get a job to save my life, man. Anything that was gonna help me eat, I gotta work at McDonald's. Anything you could do, any job, but that system is built to crush us, man. It's built. That's the main purpose of prison for us, to build, to break us, man.
Break them.
Break
Absolutely.
you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But then they wonder why we aggressive. They say, yo, you aggressive. Why you so aggressive? Why I'm so aggressive? Everything in this world is built to destroy me. Everything, everything in America is built against black men, man. That shit is crazy, bro.
Absolutely.
That's some crazy shit, man.
Absolutely. Black men and black women.
Well,
Black families.
yeah,
Black bodies.
for real. But yeah, horrible,
Absolutely.
bro.
Absolutely.
And they say, and they the only ones to. We ain't got problems with racism. They got problems. They got the problem, man.
Absolutely.
So they put us in a jail with a bunch of racist police that's guarding us. How, man? That shit don't mind you of slavery days? That shit is like slavery, bro.
It's the modern day slavery.
It's the modern day. They could care less, man. I'm telling you, man.
Most definitely.
So I commend y'all, man, for this podcast, man. And the young brothers that you mentioned that started it, man, I commend them, man. Teenagers, wow.
Teenagers, conscious, striving to
Yo,
make a
when I
change in
was
the world, making a dent. Not
yo,
even striving, because they making a dent.
when I
What's
was
the
17, man, when I was 17, 16, y'all don't know what happened to my joint. Yeah, when I was 17, 16, I wasn't that thought was furthest from my mind, man. I wasn't conscious. I'm gonna tell you that. Yo, I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. I didn't get conscious until my 30s, man. I'm 47 right now.
It's a blessing to make it thing. It's a blessing to make it thing.
For real.
It's a blessing to make it
You know,
thing.
I was, in a education and educating yourself is the important thing, man. You gotta educate yourself with that. And this is how God do me, man, right? I got a 2-year-old son, man. I wasn't having no kids, man. I done got married and had a kid. I'm working. My whole life is different, man. I got credit. I got my own car. I don't depend on nobody to do nothing. But I heard Brother Fred say, man, I will, I will, I will beef with my mother if she ain't sent my 35-pound package off, man. If I don't get my 35-pound, Fred, I'm gonna beef with my mama, man. If she don't send me no money, I'm gonna beef with my mother, B. That's crazy, man. That's absolutely insane. But now my moms could call me and say, yo, I need $500 by tomorrow, man. I could send her $500 today, man. So, in order to be something, in order to be somebody, sometimes you gotta go through some shit to get where you got to get, brother. You hear me, man?
So that's all, King. Please.
Sometimes you gotta go through that. Not everybody, Fred. Not everybody, brother Fred. Not everybody have to go through that, Rich. You hear me?
I'm here.
But if you go through something, don't take it as a bad thing, because on the other side of it is something greater than what you went through. It's preparing you for something greater. Believe that.
Preparing you for something great, absolutely. So let me ask you, like, you dropping some powerful words, you dropping some powerful jewels of wisdom. In closing, before we close out, let me ask you, like, in your opinion, from your perspective, what what's next? We understand that we dealing with the system that's built to destroy us, that's built to destroy the black body, as Ta-Nehisi Coates says. So what's next, right? In what ways can we unify? In what ways can we come together? In what ways can we continue to exploit the judicial system, but also be there for each other? Because if we know and understand that the system is not going to be there for us, if we know and understand that the system is against us, then it only makes sense that we are there for each other and we are not against each other, right? Because united we stand, divided we fall. So, in what ways can we combat the things that are transpiring in the system, and in what ways can we come together as a people?
We gotta help each other, man, regardless of what. That's the key thing. We gotta help each other. I'm gonna tell you something, man. Like a lot of people will say they together because it's a social media era now. Everything is for social media, man. Everything is for the likes and
Uh,
comments and all that. The
yeah,
followers, you know what I'm saying?
absolutely, absolutely.
And
I know.
we got regardless of what, man, change don't happen overnight in one day. But it gotta start somewhere, man. Everybody always say that, change don't start this, that, and whatever. It gotta start somewhere. So my thing is that I help people, man, if I know them or not. My grandmother used to tell me, man, you ain't really lived your life if you ain't helped nobody you ain't know.
Mm. Say that again, please, please.
My
Say that
grand
again for
my
me.
grandmother my grandmother used to tell me when I was younger, you ain't live your life fully unless you help somebody you don't know. See, you helping me because you know me. Help somebody you don't know.
Yeah, that's powerful.
And don't tell nobody.
That's that's powerful. That's powerful.
So I mean, it's gonna come though. We gonna rise, man. It's coming, you know. And it's sad. Lives got to get lost in order for us to come up. But we gonna rise, man. As a people, believe that, man.
Absolutely, I believe that. Absolutely, we gonna rise, right? And an illustration of my belief in that is the fact that I'm sitting right here. Like, I
Yeah,
believe in
yo.
this movement. I believe in judicial exploits, and I'm honored to be a part of this. I'm honored to be sitting here today hosting this episode because this is a step in the right direction. right? This is a step. This is us standing up for each other as a people, right? And not being afraid to exploit the injustices that transpire, right? Because at the end of the day, an injustice against one is an injustice against all of us.
Against all, brother.
And also,
Whew.
like, talking to all the people out there, like, this is a call to action too, man. Like, this is a call for us to stand together. Like, judicial exploits is amazing, but it's just one piece of the puzzle. We need individuals to stand behind us. We need individuals to support, and we need individuals to build in other areas so we can come together. We're going to build over here. I need you to build over there. I need somebody else to build over there. And eventually, we can connect all these buildings, right? Eventually, we could create a movement that is self-sufficient. And guess what? This system that we know and understand is doing us dirty. We don't need this system because we create our own system. We create our own machine, right? We create our own community, right? Community, commune, a group of people, unity that stick together. And we don't need individuals for nothing. All we need is us. So with that being said, I'm going to close this episode of J.E., right? Once again, I'm honored to be the guest host.
The bigger the scar, the more pain you've been through, the bigger you are. You'll see it's bigger than who you figure you are. Hey, I'm slipping, I'm falling, I fell. 11 years flat, they had me sitting in hell. Shorty left the second year, and mama couldn't take it. Grandma caught cancer, they told